Each year, millions of high school athletes participate in the American tradition of sports competitions. These young athletes play harder than ever. And they get hurt. In many communities, injured kids don't receive the immediate medical intervention their young bodies and brains need. In Central Oregon, things are different. When your high school athlete gets hurt, the Center Foundation is there by placing certified trainers in area high school training rooms and on the field of play.
The Center Foundation wants kids to be healthy, we want them to be fit, and we want them to be safe while they're enjoying their high school athletic experience. Our athletic trainers report to me that they are seeing 15 to 20 kids a day, each of them, in their training rooms. That means last year we saw over 14,000 kids.
If we didn't have these trainers or people that are on our sideline, as well as the docs that show up, I just can't imagine what it would be like. There would be a great deal of pressure on me to diagnose and try to understand what goes on. Kids are resilient. They say, yeah, I'm good to go, I'm ready to go. And I'll look at the trainer and they'll shake their head, and or the doctor, and say no.
My goal in life has always been to take care of athletes, and the most natural fit is with the center and with the Center Foundation. And on many weekend nights, most Friday nights, you'll find one of us at a football game. During the winter, covering a lot of sports events, basketball games, etc. On nights of games, typically it's the athletic trainer that's usually the first one kind of out there on the field assessing whether or not they need the physician or not.
My goal for being an athletic trainer is to prevent injuries before they even happen. I do that by implementing stretching programs first and foremost. I've talked to many orthopedic surgeons about the #1 way to prevent injuries, and that's by stretching. If I was not here from past experiences of things that have happened, many kids would have probably continued practicing with a concussion, which leads to severe permanent brain damage. Many kids and many coaches and many parents would be very scared and nervous.
My son Corey was playing football for Mountain View High School, and they had a game at Summit High School, and it was a pretty rainy night. A kid came through the line and nailed my son in the side of the leg with his helmet. As soon as he went down, my heart stopped. Because when you're playing football, you know they have all the pads, but you know that there is also lots of injuries that can happen. Then instantly I thought, okay, Dr. Jacobson's there, Kelly's there, he'll be okay. Then when we heard his ACL was tore, we knew his football career was over. I think that if Kelly and Dr. Jacobson had not been there, the game would have been stopped a lot longer than it was, and we would have probably called an ambulance and ended up at the hospital all night long for them to tell us the same thing that Dr. Jacobson was able to tell us right on the field. So not only did he save us a lot of emotional anguish sitting in an emergency room all night, but financially too, because that would have been more financial burden on our family having to go to an emergency room.
We got him surgery and he was able to do track, and now he's joined the Army and going to be serving our country. So
I had to put my heart in the hands of 2 individuals to take care of my son, and they did that for me. They're my 2 angels that I will never forget. They were awesome.
It isn't just physicians from a clinic going to a game or providing trainers. It starts at a young age. It starts with head injury prevention programs, concussion programs, setting up injury prevention programs, and then making sure that they have a high level of care throughout their time and being enrolled in the schools of Central Oregon.
Last year, we donated through the Center Foundation over 5,700 hours of no-cost athletic training services to the area high schools and their athletes. We conducted 900 impact concussion baseline tests, and we managed 83 injured athlete concussions.
I mean, young people today and families just don't realize how good they have it right now, because all you have to do is go elsewhere, like what we do, and find that isn't there. Knowing that, having those people in the medical community here to help our kids, it's immeasurable. And I would be at a loss without it, to be honest with you.
Not every kid and family has insurance, and so the foundation and our ability to have a free sports clinic or have free sports physicals is key, because a lot of these kids otherwise would never go see a doctor.
The Center Foundation Board is very, very pleased to be able to give this gift to Central Oregon high school athletes, their schools, and their parents.
The Center Foundation believes that sports are an important part of keeping kids fit. But kids get hurt. And when they do, help us make sure they're not alone.